This has got to be the greatest comeback that I've had in forever. So, let's recap a little bit. I'm going to close this out because I don't need it anymore. Um, I I ended off the trading day, I believe. I don't even remember where, but I took a couple more trades because I was pretty confident. Oh wow! And I close out and we just continue to move. Um, So what the trades that really do matter is, well, this one went break even, but because of stupid slippage and bullshit, I ended up losing another like $50-$30, some bullshit like that. This trade right here also break even. This one also lost a little bit of money for me. This one right here was a loss, and then this one right here was a loss as well. Um, and then I decided, fuck it, I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna see, because I started seeing this price action move down and I saw this leg and I was like, all right, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see where price hesitates and starts moving. Ended up taking a trade right here. At basically the low. My first take profit was here, second take profit was here, final take profit is here. However, I ended up closing very early because this New York open level was really holding price back, struggling. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to wait for it. I caught a decent amount. I'm just going to pull stops up to the low of this bearish fair value gap. Ended up getting stopped out for the rest of my positions there. And then we continue to move. It's whatever. I made back all the money. I'm not stressing too much now. I do believe we still can hit this target of 254. Because like I said at the beginning of the day, I am changing my initial bearish thoughts on Friday to being bullish now because of how Thursday's wildcard ended up going, and how I want structure to actually show itself for the next week. I actually want Friday to break above this high, even potentially. Where's my thing? Yeah, this high, because that would show a change in state of direction. So yeah, we would be pretty decent on that. I ended up closing down here. I only total on the trade I caught was a little over 2,000. Total on the day was 1,500. The reason why it was 2,000 was because I was in for 15 contracts instead of 10. On this one, I scaled up. Yes, normally you should not be scaling up whenever you're in drawdown, but I was just so confident in that trade because of how price was moving. It's just a simple 50% consequent encroachment entry after seeing price hesitate at the 930 level, and there was a 5-minute order block right here, which I don't know why it's moving that. But yeah, we tap into the 5-minute order block just barely, and then we hesitate a little bit. I ended up getting in off of that signal, and we caught about another 80 points. Well, I took out some right here. I took out half right here. I took first take profit here, then I took out half here because we were hesitating. Then I drew up stops to here. At first I was going to draw up stops to the 50%, but I was like, I'm also just like putting a lot of profits off the table there. And I was like, I mean, that's like $200 of profit. Doesn't really matter too much, but I'm going to do it up here. I think I should have done the 50% because this swing, there's no reason for this swing to come back to the 50%, right? If I had done this 50%, it would have been much more feasible. Oh, well, at the time, actually, it would have been much more feasible like this, because there's no reason for this to come back to the 50%, but I wasn't really thinking at the time, and now that I look back at it, I do regret it a little bit, but I mean, it's already done. But yeah, the stops here now would be feasible as well, because there's no reason that this price should go down to the 50%, unless we at least sweep this high first, right? So yeah, I don't see any reason for us to retrace to the 50% yet. But yeah, I do think we take this high and then even potentially take this high. This one was kind of a stretch, but this one was pretty much guaranteed. But it's just because we struggled here, and I was just struggling so much with emotions today, especially after that fucking stupid Trump candle right here. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and farm this candle. But yeah, so I came back on the day. I can take a payout today, and I'm going to maximum payout I can take is 2,300, and I'm gonna go ahead and take out the maximum. I also I passed this account. I am the greatest fucking trader known to man. I came back on the day 1600, and I believe that still passes off as the 50% consistency, because I mean it's only $100 extra, not even. It's like because it was like 1614, it's like 1612 yesterday on that account. I got a decent amount actually. It was like 1560, 1580. So it's like a 50 $60 difference. I don't think they usually don't give a fuck about like 0.03%, 0.1%, 0.2%, 0.5%. But they might potentially, if I'm off, if it's like $100, I believe that would be like 1%, but I still don't believe they trip over 1%. I think they still give you the passing account, which is perfect for me. But yeah, this is definitely gonna hit. I will leave this position here so that tomorrow, if I have time and I do the strategy Saturday, then I will go ahead and review this just to see. Overall, this week was really bad. It was such a struggle. It was so difficult. I could have done better multiple days this week. And honestly, you know what? It's fine. It's whatever. I was expecting to catch $5,000 worth of movement this week and take that payout, but we can't all have what we want. I'm still okay. I'm still very grateful for the 2,300. But yeah, next week I will be trading with two accounts, and hopefully it'll be easier because I don't have to micromanage one account because it's an evaluation, whatever, whatnot. But yeah, I will also this weekend be trying to learn how these limit orders work on the Tradeovate, so I can do stop outs. I can do take profits and all that stuff. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the trade recap. Something short and simple. It was a lot today, but again, everything really rides on the fact that I was very emotional. You know what? I think my biggest mistake today though was not entering in down here and panicking so much. Yes, I saw that, whatever. I shouldn't have gone to look for anything because if I just tabbed over to my Forex Factory, I could see this is tentative news, which means, we didn't really know. Yeah, it happened at 10 a.m., which was not this, right? This is 10:33. Well, this is actually 9:33. 10 a.m. is right here. It didn't do anything, right? I shouldn't have been panicking on this because I checked this. It was tentative. I refreshed it. Nothing changed. I should have been like, Trump news. Okay, go back, check this. All right, go to my Tradeovate and re-enter because it's just news data. We're not going to continue. If news data goes the opposite of where I want it, where I'm seeing prices going to go, I know at that point to just enter again, right? And because if I didn't enter here, right, that's fine. I should have entered on my second analysis, which was the 50%, because there's nothing down here, no confluence for me to see to take an entry. I should have just gone in on the 50%. Yes, there's a rejection block here, but it's data news, or it's a data rejection block. I don't take news-induced confluences. I don't take news-induced confluences because they're induced by news. They're not supposed to be there originally. They're only there because something affected the markets in such a way that it made such a crazy move. Now, data highs and data lows, I do take those. But confluences created by those data highs and lows, those data news events, I don't take, right? So I should have taken this 50% instead. And that would have been perfect. Because everything after this is not data. It's just straight market, right? I should have gone in there. Had I gone in there, I would have been up. I would have had a 15-point stop, and I would have three fucking highs, 180 points. total of 200 points already. But I didn't. I waited until here. Well, I took a bunch of trades, but I did end up waiting until here, and then I ended up catching about 80 more points on 15 contracts. Could I have done more? Absolutely. I could have waited till this high right here, and I think we are still going to hit this high. But during this consolidation, I would close out half, and then I would pull up stops to like this fair value gap, bearish fair value gap, whatever, right? But yeah, unfortunately, I didn't hold out. I still did make money. I'm grateful for that. And yeah, mistakes are made, but I learned from those mistakes. And hopefully next week we'll have slightly better price action, and not only better price action, but more understanding in the markets and how my mentality should be, just to relax and just take trades, right? Obviously, anybody would see this and panic because it's just random fundamental news. It's not even planned news. It's just Donald Trump saying some bullshit. Anybody would see that and go crazy. But you should be able to recollect yourself immediately. Understand, hey, if it's not a planned news event, it was Donald Trump saying something. And, if it's going against what I want, just understand how it's going to work and then make your decision from there, right? If I didn't catch this low, obviously I see this pullback, and then price kind of disregarding this fair value gap. We just play inside of it. Obviously, it's a data fair value gap. It's not going to do shit, right? So we come down to the 50%. All right, just right there. I see that. I'm entering. Why the fuck would I not do that instead of just panicking and being scared? And then I get in here and then I'm targeting this, and I just don't get it. I don't know why I did all that, but yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this week's trading. Profitability stays consistent here. I am up on the week 2,300 on the funded account, so I'm gonna take that payout. Gonna go ahead and take that payout, which is great because I was low-key running through my last payout a little bit too fast, just a tiny bit too fast. But now with this one, I'm a little more relieved because I have some space to work with, some room to work with. I can buy my accounts, buy whatever I need, and I can treat myself just a little bit. I'm not going to treat myself too much, just a little bit, because I still need to pay taxes at the end of the year, which hopefully I really don't need to, because I'm going to find somebody who can just... I'm going to get a Jewish lawyer, attorney. No, that's not... Accountant. Jewish accountant. I'm going to get a Jewish accountant. He's going to do all my taxes for me, all this and that. I'm going to pay him like $50K a year, and he's going to... just like that, save me 100K, 300K, 400K, 500K, all my money, matter of fact. He's going to find every loophole, every single little misright in the laws, every single this and that I can just take advantage of, and I'm going to be rich as fuck. Hopefully I can move to Puerto Rico and be like TJR and not pay shit in taxes. But yeah, I'm going to end off that week with that. If I have time tomorrow, I will do a strategy Saturday. If I gauge it and I don't have enough time, I'll see if I can pre-record one today and post it tomorrow. But I think I will have time, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much. But yeah, hopefully everybody had a good trading week. I had a very emotional roller coaster trading week, but hopefully next week will be better. I will see everybody tomorrow in the strategy Saturday. And goodbye.